Hello and welcome to Blues Angel Music. My name is Barry and I'm here to share a series of videos on how to buy a good used piano. Today's video is going to be pretty simple and it involves finding the age of the piano you're looking at. We can do that a lot of different ways. We live in the information age. Most people assume today, I know I do, we can go on Google and find almost anything. And to some degree that's true. However, for some reason with pianos and ages of pianos, it might be a little harder to determine. Back many years ago, a gentleman by the name of Bob Pierce started the Pierce Piano Atlas. This is the 70th edition that was created about 5 or 6 years ago, but it's still very relevant today. And this atlas details brands and serial number data for pianos that were made all over the world. So I think the most important way to find the age of a piano, first and foremost, would be to call us here at Blues Angel Music. And if you can find the serial number of that piano, we can tell you probably when it was built. So without further ado, let's look at a couple of examples on how to do just that. So now we're going to take a look at this exact beautiful instrument, this Kanabi grand piano. The first thing we want to look for is that brand. This was quite legible on the front of the piano. It says William Kanabi and Company. That same brand name is also very legible on the inside of the instrument. There's a lot of identification, so it's pretty easy most of the time to determine the brand. The serial number sometimes can be a little tougher. It can be in a variety of locations. Most of the time with the grand piano, it's very legible inside the instrument. So typically what we would do, fold the fall board down. We would pull the music desk forward or backwards. In some cases, we can totally remove the music desk if necessary. And underneath the music desk, somewhere on this cast iron frame, we will probably see a serial number. It could be several letters, several numbers and or letters, and oftentimes a model designation as well. This piano has a very clearly identified serial number and model number that tells us exactly what it is. And thanks to our trusty book that I mentioned before, the Pierce Piano Atlas, we can open up and we can look at Kanabi and we can determine that this piano was made in the year 2007. Now, that's a pretty young age for a grand piano. And we'll talk about that in some future videos. But now we've determined this beautiful Kanabi piano was made in the year 2007, and we can go forward from there. Okay, so now we're here to look at the same process for finding out the age of a used upright piano. Used upright pianos come in a lot of different sizes. Certainly you see some that are much taller and much shorter. We'll save that discussion for a future video. But for today, let's just determine how can we find the serial number. On this instrument, we could look in a lot of different places. We could look on the back of the piano, might be here, might be there. Sometimes that's easier to find than others. Today's technology, I've often done this where you can take a cell phone if the piano's far enough off the wall and you can examine it this way with the cell phone and a camera. If that's not possible and you have to move the piano out, you can do so. You just need to exercise some caution. You don't want to hurt your back, and you certainly don't want to hurt the beautiful legs on this gorgeous French provincial piano. So the first place you should really look before you do all of that would be to fold this down and then to open the lid. This one you hear a little bit of a pop sound as it came up. And now we want to look inside this beautiful piano. And of course, we found out earlier that the brand was Yamaha on the front. You see that verified here, the brand on the inside, on what we call the plate of the piano. And voila, here we go. Here is the serial number, very clean, very easy to read. And you can snap a photo of that with your cell phone. We have the added benefit. You can't see it from there, but we have the little model number. Thank you for sharing that with us there, Dan. The model number tells us a little more information. And so this piano is really easy to find. Now, I would say maybe 10% of the time, it's not quite so easy, and you have to hunt a lot more. Most of the time, if you can't find the serial number, it's probably not a piano that's worth buying, but you can always call us and check, and that will help. Again, all we have to do now is look in our trusty Pierce Piano Atlas, and we can determine exactly what age, what year this piano was manufactured. So thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned soon for further details about how to buy a good quality used piano.